Poof. I do that every time. See? Fairy pops up on your screen on YouTube. Anyways, I'm going to kind of do an overview, because I haven't read the book yet, but I'm very excited to start it because my mother read it, and she kind of, recommended them to me. So, it's going to be kind of like the same author and like the same type of book as The Mists of Avalon. This is Lady of Avalon. The Mists of Avalon, this is a novel by the same author that had written that. We cannot find The Mists of Avalon anywhere to be found. It is absolutely nowhere to be found. We checked my grandma's house, we checked my dad's house, checked my mom's house. It's absolutely nowhere to be found. We knew that it was there a couple weeks ago and it just disappeared. But kind of the video, this one is The Lady of Avalon, and then I have The Forest House. These are like both novels by Marion Zimmer Bradley, and I believe she's a lady. But The Forest House, I believe it's it's about a circle of druids, but I'm not really sure. I'll just read it because I am sick of like trying to figure out what it's about. I know what it's kind of about, but I'm excited to read it. Okay, it says, before the myths obscured the Isle of Avalon, there was the Forest House where, in a remote part of Britain, a secret circle of druidic priestesses guarded the ancient rites of learning, healing, and prophecy against the inexorable approach of the Roman Empire. I'm sorry. Young Elian, born to a druidic family, is ripening toward womanhood and the flowering of an inner power she hardly dares dream of. Already she hears the call of the great goddess, and it will be she who is ceremonially chosen as the new high priestess when the reigning priestess of the oracle dies. But first, Elian hears another voice, that of her love for the young Roman Gallius Macelius, whose mission is to subdue her native land and all that is seemingly pagan ways. But Elian must find the courage to renounce her lover for the sacred destiny. For within the Forest House's realm to dwell the bitter priestess Dida, who against her will makes a pact that will bind her to Elian forever, and the rebellious young priestess Callian, who protects Elian with a passion that runs far deeper than duty, yet is the archdruid Andronos, by turns the high priestess' greatest ally and most ruthless enemy, who could destroy the Forest House, and she should learn the terrible secret Elian guards as fiercely in her life. The war that rages between Elian, mirrors, and turbulence of her times. As regions of Rome move closer, Elian must rely on the power and the magic of the great goddess to find her way out of the labyrinth in which fate has placed her. Like the classic bookseller The Mists of Avalon, Marion Zimmer Bradley's new novel is a tapestry of myth, mystery, and romance, rich in the detail of the druids' timeless rituals. Forest House is a mesmerizing epic of a woman's mystic role and turning point in history, brought to magnificent, unforgettable life. So that one is pretty much about a circle of druids, or a druidic family, I mean. So yeah, that was pretty much about a girl that's trying to find her place. This one is The Lady of Avalon. It's a lot larger. I think it's bigger print, though. Nope. So it's a lot bigger. It's by the same author, so it's basically almost about the same thing. I'm not really sure. I haven't really read it, though. Like the inhabitants of the mystical Avalon, readers of The Lady of Avalon will feel that they have been transported to another world, a world of myth, magic, romance, and history. This magnificent novel spans the creation of Avalon itself and foreshadows the birth of the legendary King Arthur. Here, we meet three remarkable holy women who steer the fortunes of Roman Britain as they struggle with their own destinies. Callian retreats to the island of Avalon with a small band of priestesses. There she establishes a sisterhood to serve the great goddess, raises the heir to the mystic royal line, and veils Avalon from hostile worlds and its everlasting mists. The astute Dorina guides Avalon through treacherous political waters by marrying a young priestess, where is my mind today? priestess to a Roman general, only to discover that love, especially her own, cannot be so easily controlled. Anna gives birth to a baby girl who will be the mother of the great king to come, but it is her beautiful and feisty oldest daughter, Vivian, who is destined for true greatness, as the flamed Lady of Lake and Guardian of the Grail. Compulsively readable, dynamically plotted, and rich in ritual, character in the turbulence of Roman Britain, Lady of Avalon has the epic grandeur sure to win the hearts of Bradley's avid fans and lovers of myth everywhere. So, it's kind of a book of just almost about the same thing, but it's more so, I guess, just a lot of, I don't know, I'd have to read it to figure it out, because I'm not understanding that. But, moral of the story is, pretty much they're druid, and that's pretty much it. So I'm happy to try and start this book series, and if you know anything about it, let me know, because I will be so happy to hear from you. Bye!